everyone. Bit of a different start to this one. Landing in the old caravan. Had a quite a rough headache and been feeling sick and stuff for the last few days, so it's been a bit rough, but I'm still pushing on for the videos and I'm still going to do this one. So welcome to part 6. So you'll probably be glad to know this side's finished. All the arches all shaped up. Nasty creases and all that gone out of them doors. All looking good. Got a little bit left on the front of this bumper. Top of that wing's done. And then I've just got to flatten off these two little bits, which I'll do off camera on here. And that's what it's done. Bonnet's all finished. Just got one bit to flatten off, which I'll do off camera. You can see me do the rest of the bonnet, and it's all looking good. So, time to have a look at this front bumper, see what we've got to do. We've got a couple of bits of damage down that side to do. Just up above the doors, nothing else as far as I know. So let's have a little look and see where we are. So we have already started a bit of work on the back end. So we'll get her up in the air and then I'll bring you over, show you where we started, and we'll carry on. So I've basically been sanding out where the painting's been worn through and peeling. Little chips like these. I'm going to flatten these all down with the sander. Bigger bits like this, these ones. We've got a bit under here, which I'm going to hit with the sander in a minute. We'll flatten that all off, but first we've got to get rid of all this tar and stuff. And then this bottom half is black, so we'll mask that off. We've got another piece here we've got to do. It's quite a bit on the bumper, to be fair. Got this nasty bit on this end. Don't know what that's all about. Something happened there. Scratch here, scratch here, scratch here, scratch here. So pretty much we're doing quite a bit of the bumper, apart from the two edges by the looks of it, which is good because where the two panels meet, the colour match will stay good. What we definitely got to do is the bottom of this boot, as you can see, is all rusty. It's not like bad rot or anything like that. It's just where it's been chipped. Where people have been pushing the boot up and down and jamming things in the boot and that sort of thing. Don't need that in there, do we? And then we got a dent here. A couple of small dents down in the middle here, which we'll just knock out. These repairs to do. This panel across here, do believe we haven't got to touch that, which is good. And then we're up on the top here, we've got scratches on the edge of the spoiler, dents all the way along the top, and then this nasty repair here. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to hit this back end, and if we get far enough, then we'll start looking at the front end as well. So we've got the old DA sander, we've got a 180 disc on it, Abranet. Pull that down with a blade, just stick it outwards. next thing we're going to do is just sort out these badges. So I've got a bit of just fishing line on a spool. And what I normally do is get it behind them like so, and hopefully you can just cut the rubber. It normally works well. Yep, it's going through. There's the front half. There's another one. That is the only thing that does break every now and again, but that's normal because you're obviously wearing it behind the letters. Obviously don't lose the letters while you're doing. Just pick them up. What I don't do is where the sticker is on there, there's no need to remove that. When you spray that panel, you put it in the silver where you need it, let the lacquer go over the top of it, and then you can put the letters straight back on where they're meant to be. Exactly where they come out of the factory, which is what you want really. So we'll do the CDTI badge on this side as well. Again, same thing. Don't take too much. Just have to watch where they fall. Most of the time we stay fairly close to the car. There's the T, there's the I, D. And that's a much better trick, using this to get them off instead of trying to get in there with knives and stuff like that and chopping up all the bodywork. That'll save you a lot of time and money because you don't need to spray into them panels. Only where they need to do. Obviously on this bit here where I've got a repair here, I will dust into here with silver. It doesn't matter if I go over that, to be honest. Then we'll obviously lacquer the whole panel. And we'll be able to stick our letters boom, 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 right in the places they came off. Next of all, I'm just going to attempt to take the number plate off. Phillips screwdriver, give it a good push. Yep, that one went. Some of them don't, some of them are a pain. Let this one go as well. Yep. That's good, we've got both of them. Sometimes they're rusted tight and you have to actually break the plate off them and then pry the nuts off, but that's all good. Keep that in there so we don't lose it. Put the bolts back. Look a little bit ugly when it started to get bad on it, but sometimes some people like them more nice and flush with no lettering or nothing, which can look right on the right car. But we're keeping this car standard, so we don't really want to do that. So the next thing we're going to do is take a couple of these dents. If we can get them level. Don't want nothing sticking up above the panel. It's going to be enough of a pain as it is. Right on the line. Should be okay. There was a very small one there. I think there was a few more, but I won't be able to see them until I cleaned up a little bit. Just going to get the oil. pretty good. Need to sand some of this now so I can fill it as well. Not while that. Panel wipers on there. Where's the gun? So the boot and the bumper, good time to settle now, so we're going to mix up a bit of filler, start filling some of that damage. Didn't need too much. Use the hard stuff first. Put it on so you don't get dust in your filler. Bit of hardener. No exact science for mixing this, you don't have to be exact. As long as it don't put too much red in the hardener. make sure you get it all mixed in so it's all one consistency. Like so. Alright, let's go over and put some in. We'll do this one first, I think. That's the most major bit we've got on the back end. Push it into the deepest parts first. And then you want to skim over the top. Try and keep your lines. Don't leave any mess around the edges. And all that means is more sand. I don't think you're going to get that on the first time, I don't think. Might. Get rid of this little scratch here while we're doing it. And these little side ones. I'll try and work it in. Try and use as little as you can. You don't want loads in there if you don't need to. You've got to sand it all back out. Thought we could sort of be done with the final colour, but because we've got some left, there's no point in wasting it if we can help it. And what we'll do is we'll put some down in the bumper there as well, I think. Worst bit there. All around here, most of you need to see from standing up. I like to do a proper job. If you're going to do it, you might as well do it right. Should have got that nasty bit straight up to it, hadn't it? There's plenty more around the bumper, but this is starting to go off now. I'm in trouble, and nobody wants to start to go off. Remember, we've got to get rid of this high spot. How this got all this damage. Someone didn't look after it right. Almost becoming useless now, it's starting to go a bit funny. Get level until that pretty much goes off. as far as I'm going to go. And the rest of the colour isn't much good. It's pretty much dried off. Does that sometimes when you've got a bit of heat going. Alright, next thing we're going to do is get rid of that high spot before we forget. Right, so what I do for these high spots, I'll show you. I'll sort of zoom in a bit and give you an idea how I do it. I use one of these blades. Really starting to feel better. Keep wearing off if you haven't got a high spot. Just give it a little skim to blend it all in, and that'll get rid of that. So that's pretty good for a start. First fill. Lots of repairs on the bumper done, lots of bits on the bonnet, nope, boot done. A big dent, we're starting to get that out now. Tap that into shape and give it a skim. We've just got to start shaping it up now. Probably take another skim after that and then some final filler. We've done the whole of this under corner. Weren't badly damaged, but it was scratched all the way down, right, you know, through the paint, primer, the whole lot, so the black was showing. And it had just been touched up with a touch-up pen, which weren't very good. And we've got to work a bit into this bit up here now, haven't we, really? And take these bits down to bare metal with a bit of 80 sand grit, on the old sandpaper. And then we'll let everything dry off nicely. So I mixed up a bit more extra for this top bit. Funny old dent it is, I don't know how that got there. Something must have been on the work, right? An awkward one. It's right on a round curve. We're going to get for the first fill on it. So I had a fair bit left over on the board there, so as you can probably see, I skimmed all sorts of little bits on the bumper there, just to use it up, no point in wasting it. And we've also got rid of a load of little chips and gouges and scuffs and all that sort of stuff, so it's pretty good. Sanded these bits up the top here with 80 and then filled them up with some filler as well. So we're pretty much got the whole rear end now all ground down and back to bare metal and stuff, gouges and everything out and filled up. There's a few bits are going to want the final stopper, just on some little tiny stone chips and stuff like that, which is no problem. And then some of the black bits, like the big major bit there, I want to skim over just to make sure it's all blended in. And then we'll concentrate on the dent, get that all nice and straight with the line. And that's not a bad few hours work, I don't think. Pretty good. Then we'll be going round here, so I don't think most of this side need any work, but saying that, I can see a scuff on the arch here now. Is that going to come out? Hopefully that's going to come out. If not, we're going to just blow a bit in this quarter panel because there is a bit of damage here, a couple of little chips, and maybe we'll blow into this panel. And there's a stone chip down here as well, so maybe we'll do that. But the doors look good, both doors look really good. And then we've just got these top bits up here, dent and another dent, so we'll do both of them. And that just means we've got to paint from basically along there and then down into this quarter, which should be perfect actually. That would be spot on to what we need to do, so that's what we'll be doing. Right everyone, it's getting really late at night now. It's city o'clock. It's 2 o'clock in the morning as usual, so I'm going to wrap this one up here so we can go. Obviously got to get home and get washed up, have a nice hot chocolate and get some sleep. So thanks very much for coming in and watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you all soon in the next video. Let me think. Part 7 coming up.